In the dark, there's a space.
Kicked it from downtown! What a kick!
The stories of the NRL Finals, every day on Fox Sports News.
You're watching Fox Sports, Australia's sports leader. You're watching Fox Sports.
The first qualifying final has the minor premiers against the reigning premiers. The Dogs are 1 through 17. The Dally M medalist Ben Barber at the back. The centre of the year, Josh Morris in jumper 3. Up front, it is Tolman, Ennis and prop of the year, Cassiano. The interchange, Graham, Finucane, Payne and Stagg. The coach is Des Hasler. Over to the Eagles, also unchanged, Jamie Lyon and Jason King, the captains of the year, in fact. The coach, Jeff Tuvey. The final series is underway in 2012. And it is the captain, Jason King, with the first charge and stop quickly. Cassiano and Tolman. Now Watmo. Into Tolman again. Michael Ennis with an early tackle. This is Kite. 3 straight tackles for Tolman. Ennis and Jackson, the last man up. Kieran Foran. That is 4 straight defensive plays from Aidan Tolman. And again he's involved in every tackle in the opening set. A look for completion. Cherry Evans kicks away from Barber, who watches it bounce and gets a kind bounce. Can't beat the chasers, and look at them driving him backwards towards the in-goal area. Welcome to your first NRL final, Ben Barber. With a mistake in the play the ball.
Well, what about that from the Manly side? We expected a dynamic start from them. They put the ball in the air, Barber gets hold of it, and they are down there in numbers, applying pressure. And they have forced an error. Barber, ball bouncing, see them coming in numbers. Maddai, Tafua, Foran, they hold him up and they drag him back. And he loses control of the ball there. Well, I didn't see it there.
The ball appeared to come free of his hand as his body was pushed back towards the in-goal area. Whatever way we have a scrum, and Daly Cherry Evans, he loses the ball. Backwards the ruling, play on the call, Steve Maddai runs. The Dogs look bemused, and so do many of the fans here. Watmo. The offload to Ballon, and all he can do is dive on the ball. Now Kite straightens towards the upright, straight into his opposite 10. In Sam Cassiano. Ballon. Cherry Evans dummying now. Brent Stewart, quick hands. Dean Vare loses the ball with a try beckoning.
Well, they created numbers on this right edge, and what a potent right side attack it is for Manly. The Stewart boys combining. Cherry Evans off the scrum. There was a one-on-one strip there by the Bulldogs, and that's what they were ruling. And there you can see players in motion. Catch and pass from Stewart. Tafua trying to get to the outside of Morris. Morris wraps him up and forces the error.
It was the right hand of Morris which knocked the ball clear. Unintentionally, it appeared. A great defensive play from the centre of the year. And now Eastwood, driven backwards by Watmo and Tony Williams. He loses the ball. The Dogs can't get out of their own 10-metre zone.
Yeah, and you watch out. It's 3 times out of the fucking hand in the ruck. No, not at all. You need to relax, all right? Relax the ball.
He's not happy, Michael Ennis. Greg Eastwood getting driven back in the tackle by Watmo and Williams. There's some suggestions that the hand was on the football. And there was. Lucky to get away with that, Manly. Could have been a penalty against them. But a midfield scrum. A big challenge coming up for the Bulldogs' defence here.
So Ben Barber goes in at lock in the Canterbury scrum, and Glenn Stewart peels off. Ballon sends it to his left, quick hands. And Tony Williams crawls within 2 metres. Ballon through Foran. Now Cherry Evans across field. He wants Stewart to straighten. And he runs into a good tackle from Eastwood. Ballon to Watmo. Still in front of the uprights, Manly. Foran to Stewart, quick hands behind to Fua. And he can't get away from Josh Reynolds or Sam Perrott. This is the last. They've gone backwards in this set. The kick across field. Lyon is there. Bats it back for Vare. He knocks it back towards Kites. And Canterbury come up with the ball.
Yeah, good defence there by the Bulldogs. They've been under assault. Yet they've handled it well. Scrambling, getting themselves into position to put pressure on the Manly ball carriers.
Ennis to Pritchard, now Reynolds. Jackson received the ball flat-footed. And only a few metres before Tony Williams completed the tackle. Here's Tolman. Ennis to Eastwood, who dummies and straightens. Still searching for halfway, the Dogs. Reynolds kicks along the ground, keeping it centre field, and Vare has to hurry at the end because Keating was through quickly. Cherry Evans to Matai. Tackled by Inu and Ennis. To Fua. Stopped by Tolman and Cassiano. Here's Jason King. Ballon to Watmo. He's tackled by Jackson. This is the last. And it comes to Cherry Evans to go high with a torpedo bomb. A tester. But Sam Perrott gets hold of it.
That was a good take by Sam Perrott. It was a spiral kick. The last minute it was fading away. He was able to control the ball. Now the Bulldogs once again working it out of trouble.
Cassiano goes behind Tolman and finds Reynolds out the back to Barber. Now Inu. He's tasted defeat just once in 13 games since joining the Dogs. Krisnan Inu, that ball looked forward. It's allowed to continue, and Tolman is tackled on halfway. Now Keating across to Pritchard, to Morris, who goes for the accelerator and burns it away in front of Jonathan Wright, set up by Josh Morris. They've been under the pump, Canterbury, but what a way to score first. Josh Morris was given half a chance, and in an instant it became a full-blown gift-wrapped opportunity.
Well, he's got exceptional speed, Josh Morris. Just across field, gets away from Lyon and Vare, and back on the inside to Jonathan Wright, and the Bulldogs cross for the opening four-pointer of the game, and that was too easy.
And now Krisnan Inu hitting them at 69 or 79% this season. He's kicked 14 of his last 16. Over the past 4 rounds, this one is over. It is 6-0 to the minor premiers. Josh Morris with freakish speed setting up Jonathan Wright.
Well, it's a great hit back when you've been under assault. They absorb the pressure and then they respond in a positive manner. What a season he's having, Josh Morris. Outstanding for New South Wales in State of Origin this year.
Now Cassiano can wind up from the centre of the year to the prop of the year. Pritchard gives it to Tolman. They've been under such pressure to start this game, Canterbury, and they come up with first points. And that one has been called back.
Well, they've run the gauntlet a couple of times, the Bulldogs, trying to play flat on the advantage line. I thought they may have been pulled up earlier in the game. You have to get these things right in a big game. And after points, he's in us from dummy half, going forward. It's the responsibility of the runner and the dummy half to get that right. But Manly get a great opportunity after Bulldogs posting the first 4 points of the game to respond.
Des Hasler and Jeff Tuvey look on from their respective boxes. Jamie Lyon cut down by Keating. Cherry Evans to King. Gets an offload to Ballon. Now Kite. Straightens. He was well tackled by Eastwood. Watmo spins away from the defence and comes again. Glenn Stewart. He loses a leg. It was Ennis chopping him down. And Pritchard over the top. Now Ballon to Foran. On to Brett Stewart, who goes long to Tafua. George Tafua tries to power his way into the in-goal. But he's tackled by Sam Perrott, assisted by Josh Reynolds. Now Tony Williams talking of power, tried to bump away and lost the ball.
Yeah, big T-Rex getting it from a standing start and just trying to force his way through a defender. You'd just love to see him wind up, wouldn't you, in that situation?
And there's a problem for Inu. Matai wants him to play the ball. Jackson gives it. Keating to Barber. Now Morris. They'll do a better job on him this time, and it's Jamie Lyon. Pritchard takes a tackle from Watmo and Ballon. Tolman out the back to Reynolds. Barber gives it to Inu, who tries a chip and a chase. Barber is chasing. Plenty of dogs there. Perrott needed a kind of bounce. Instead, George Tafua comes up with it for Manly.
That's a sign of confidence, isn't it? Moving the ball, chipping it from the halfway point of the field.
It's their third meeting this season, these two clubs. In round 8, it was the Eagles home by 2. And then in round 20, a role reversal. The Dogs the winners this time, home by 8 points. 2 single-figure margins. Young Stewart to Daly Cherry Evans, who goes high, waiting for it. Perrott gets the ball despite the fact that Manly came flying through.
Well, Sam Perrott has been deemed to have knocked the ball forward. Tafua came flying through.
Look, I'm not saying it that way, Chris.
And the Bulldogs are claiming that Tafua touched the ball first, knocked it forward.
Let's go, boys. Second row, locks blind.
Manly.
Hey, boys, Josh. Line in, guys.
Well, I don't think he touched it. I think that's okay.
All right, Clarkie. Let's go. Back here.
At worst, it appears to come off his thigh.
Line in.
Into Perrott, who then lost it as he went to ground. Ashley Klein and Ben Cummins, the referees. Now Watmo. Hurled onto his back by Eastwood. Ballon to Kite out the back. The ball went behind Foran. And that allowed the defenders to pounce as Kite comes again. Former Clive Churchill medalists, Brent Kite. Ballon to Watmo, back to Ballon. Here's Cherry Evans to Stewart, quick hands line. Now Dean Varley. Tackled by Chris Keating around the bootlaces. Line, Cherry Evans. And Jason King straightens. Still Canterbury's defence holds. Cherry Evans into the end goal, looking for Stewart coming through. The ball goes over the dead ball line, not touched by the Dogs, and they'll come back to the 20.
Again, good defence from the Bulldogs. And some excellent work there on fifth tackle, getting themselves in the way of Brett Stewart and Jamie Lyon chasing through the Cherry Evans kick. Tackled in the opposition 14 times Manly have been down here, but yet they still haven't been able to cross the try line. And the Bulldogs haven't had one tackle inside the 20, yet lead this game 6-0.
Keating runs and goes long to Jonathan Wright. Morris looped around, he wasn't required. Only 3 times this season have the Dogs conceded more than 20 points. What a phenomenal defensive display it has been. One game that sticks in the mind is their performance against Melbourne in Mackay, where the Storm threw everything at them for extended periods on their own goal line, and time again, Canterbury had an answer. Brett Stewart. Tackled by Ennis. And now Vare takes play centre field. He's stopped by Tolman and Eastwood. Ballon to Foran quickly. He went to Williams. And Tolman made the tackle. Ballon out of acting half and taking good metres. The Beard brothers got him in Cassiano and Pritchard. King to Williams, who threw a no-look pass to the ground, and luckily for Manly, a kind bounce allowed George Tafua to take a few more metres. They get to the last after a 46-metre gain. Cherry Evans kicks. There is a Canterbury player down in back play. It was Josh Reynolds trying to put pressure on the kicker and getting a penalty.
Walk away. Yeah, what the fuck's that way? Run away. Yeah. Jason? Yeah, we've got it, yeah.
Forearm contact to the jaw. Let's hear what the referees have to say.
All right. You have cocked him high, so it's on report and a penalty. You've got blood, so I need you to go out the back as the first cut. I need you to get that fixed up. Just out the back there. Just a little bit. We'll fix you up. Okay, back to the Seagulls, mate.
Well, he's as tough as they come, Jason King. Some contact there high. He's on report. Mick Ennis has been in the thick of things already.
You all good now? Time on. Penalty. Let's go.
Now we have some footy again. Cassiano relishing the chance to wind up. In comes Ballon, Watmo, Glenn Stewart. Here's Eastwood. Out the back to Reynolds. Now Barber. Long. Parrott did very well to pull the ball in. And there's another shot, a questionable shot that the Dogs don't like.
Frank, I don't need you. Back off.
Well, this game is teetering on the edge.
I want them over there, please. Get them right back.
Cummins and Klein looking for some control. Expect a crackdown right here.
Actually, I'll deal with this way first. Stay here, boys. All right, tackle. It's on report. Move into it.
The second eagle on report, Matai joins King.
Listen, I understand it's a big game. you to get your team to play the footy. That's a high tackle. That's a high tackle. We'll take it. And I've done it. No, Mick. Stay on the line. 2 times before, so we better get a penalty. Stay behind. Nice and calm. Nice and calm, Jason.
Tolman and Perrott wearing high shots.
Well, Manly need to keep their cool here. They are guaranteed a second week in the competition. A lot of emotion, a lot of aggression. I think he'll be okay there, Stevie Maddai. He was straight to his feet, Perrott. And here they come, the Bulldogs.
James Graham looking for a big finish to a sensational debut season in the NRL. Morris pulled down a metre short. Right to Keating. Now Pritchard carrying the ball in one hand momentarily as he sized up the options. King and Kite eventually let him go. Graham to Reynolds, the ball to ground. Barber has it, but he's pulled backwards by Kieran Foran. Inu, dummies open, goes blind. Still going, Krishnan Inu. What a run from Krishnan Inu. Here's Jackson. 3 tries last week against the Roosters. The NRL rookie. Graham gives it to Keating. Option shallow and deep. Goes to Barber. Now Morris. Good tackle, Jamie Lyon. Glenn Stewart over the top. Eastwood. Still 2 plays left, and it's Ennis out of acting half. Dummy his way! Crawling across the goal line! Michael Ennis has been denied by penalty to Manly.
That's all holding you. You've thrown the ball. No, I don't need to check it. I'm right here.
I think this is a good call from Ashley Klein. He bumps out of the initial contact, but there's still hands on him by Brent Kite. And the arm carrying the football touches the ground. Kite still has hold of him, and there's a second effort.
The ruling is spot on. Kite vitally maintain contact, which means you cannot then propel the ball carrying arm once you've touched the ground. Line with a quick tap and go. Here's Kite. Ballin to Cherry Evans. Pulled down by Keating, the 2 halves coming together. And Ballin keeps it short to Watmough. Foran. Tony Williams. Tackled by Inu. And the ball has been lost.
And I think he gets himself in this position, Tony Williams, because he tries to bump players out of the road, and if they can get a hand on the ball as he's bumping and pushing them forward, the ball can tend to come out. You know, there's an arm on the football there.
It was Josh Jackson up high on Williams.
You'd just like to see Big T-Rex wind up. Not get the ball standing still and then winding up.
Sam Cassiano given a breather. And to the short side they come through Inu. Canterbury having just celebrated their 7th minor premiership since they entered the competition in 1935. Their first minor premiership since 1994. Minor premiers in all 3 grades. Well done to Todd Greenberg at the top and everyone in his team. Graham crossing halfway, electing not to feed Tolman. We come to the last. And Ennis will kick himself. Splitting the men at the back. The bounce is unkind for Vare. Now some pressure. It's set up just when he needed it to.
It was a good kick by Michael Innes, hooking it away from the fullback, Brett Stewart. It was a wicked bounce for Vare. And Tafua's through.
A big hole for George Tafua. He comes to Barber and steps away from him. Now it's a foot race. Barber rounds him up, makes sure of the tackle and pulls him down 10 metres out. Two young speedsters putting on a show. Vare to Cherry Evans. The offload back to Tafua. How much petrol is left? He puts his head down, drives towards the in goal and will play it 2 metres short. Ballon to Cherry Evans. Tries a kick and a chase, but it hit the Dogs, went straight to ground and is cleaned up comfortably.
He'd like that play over again, Cherry Evans. They had them stretched to the left. The first time Tafua was tackled, he played back to the inside. And then the second tackle, he needed to get the ball out to his left. And he decided to roll the ball into the in goal. And that's a big let off. And there's Jamie Lyon limping from the field. And this is a big blow for Manly.
Trailing 6-0, their inspirational captain and centre will head into the rooms as Canterbury complete. And it's Vare returning. Tackled by Keating and Ennis. By the look of that, it is a high calf problem for Jamie Lyon. And now Buhrer. He's stopped by Wright and Morris. Darcy Lussick. Tackled by Graham and Tolman. Ennis involved again. Now Watmough. The Eagles with a great record against Canterbury, having won 9 of their last 14 and 5 of their last 6 against the Dogs at ANZ Stadium. Daly Cherry Evans with a bomb that will come down in the in-goal area and bounce. Barber bats it dead. A close call.
It was good work there by Kieran Foran to put the pressure on Benny Barber. It was always going to be difficult for Barber going backwards, and he had to evade the post. Cherry Evans, the hook back to the post. Hard for the fullback. Matai was there as well, and Barber and Perrott. One of them have knocked the ball dead. And they have saved the situation. This is going to be a big effort from Manly here without their skipper, Jamie Lyon. This is like Jamie Buhrer is now taken up a position as right centre.
Darcy Lussick returns and straight into James Graham. Nullival takes play past the Dogs' 30-metre line. Ballon to Brett Stewart. Now Daly Cherry Evans to Buhrer. Buhrer flicks it out to Vare. Here's a little hole for Dean Vare, which closes quickly, courtesy of a tackle from Jonathan Wright. Nullival running off Cherry Evans and taking play in front of the uprights. Is there a problem for Ennis? Ballon to Foran, to Lyon. Quick hands from Stewart, on to Matai, to Foran for the corner. George Tafua.
This tackle, set the ground in.
It was quick hands, good hands from Manly. They kept it alive for long enough. And Tafua, despite plenty of attention, finds his way over in the corner.
There's McInnes, the captain of the Bulldogs, leaving the field. And George Tafua, does he ground the ball? Yes. Manly have responded. They've found some space down both sides of the field against this Bulldogs defence. But their execution at times has let them down, and the brilliance of the Bulldogs scramble defence has denied them, but not on this occasion. Well, he doesn't miss too many games, Jamie Lyon. Missed one this year, and Cherry Evans is the new goal kicker for Manly.
From the eastern sideline, it started to come back, but not by enough. Canterbury hold the lead. by 2 points. George Tafua's strong 20-foot-12 continues.
He's a good player, isn't he, George Tafua? And he goes Manly. They've got great shape, both edges. As I said before, just their execution has let them down, and the great scramble defence from the Bulldogs, but they'll continue to go there and they'll fancy their chances.
The ball from Tony Williams, the man we just saw, allowed the Eagles to keep play going. Darcy Lussick. It's been a game fitting the opening final for 2012. Ballon through 4, and here's Tony Williams again. Treading his way over the top of defenders. Here's Tony Williams running at Barber. Infield to Brett Stewart. Shut the gate. Stewart beats his opposite number 1. And the Eagles go back to back.
What about the run from Big T-Rex? That's what we like to see. They have stormed into this game, Manly. And big Tony Williams has been a big part of their comeback, busting open the Bulldogs' defence. And what about Brett Stewart? The anticipation and the speed to get in position to push up in the middle of the field. And Tony Williams just knew he was going to be there. Terrific strike rate. And Manly showing their championship qualities.
Daly Cherry Evans converts. It hardly seems like a game of rugby league involving Manly if that man doesn't score. He was set up by T-Rex. It was like a dinosaur, wasn't he?
Yeah, pushing through the attempt to tackle of Reynolds and Inu. And that's what we want to see more of Tony Williams. And of course, he's going to the Bulldogs next year. What a welcome addition that will be for Des Hasler and the Bulldogs.
Brett Stewart does well to take the kickoff. Here's Nullival. An injury update. Jamie Lyon has a calf injury that will prevent him from returning in this game, we've been told. Ennis has a rib injury and may yet be back. Of course, David Williams watching on with a few other injured Eagles. There is Canterbury's captain, hoping to return at some stage. Barber has a kick that came to him at pace. He runs at Bura and Varo. Glenn Stewart lends support. Now Jonathan Wright, the game's opening try scorer, since cancelled out by Tafua and Brett Stewart. Here's Cassiano. Stagg through James Graham and now Jackson. Cassiano across field and giving it to Keating. Now Barber joins in. Quick hands from Morris to Jonathan Wright. He was covered by Bura and as a result heads back in field. Around the legs, Nullival chops him down. A classic tackle. Reynolds goes high, it will come down in the field of play. Stewart goes up and gets the ball. He can score tries and stop them, the Manly number 1.
Yeah, excellent play there by Brett Stewart. He realised he was in the field of play. He gets the ground quickly. He doesn't allow himself to get caught up in the tackle.
Tafua almost forcing his way through again. The Dogs will be desperate to get Mick Ennis back on the field. He's had a pain-killing injection. They're just waiting for it to take effect, and then he'll be back on.
You've got the penalty, now walk that way. Let's go. Let's go this way.
Manly get a penalty, and Anthony Watmough keen to tell the Dogs what for. Well, there it is. A little bit of added attention from Corey Payne.
Yeah. and just the way we expect finals to be played. The intensity level rises, a bit more aggression. No one's hurt. Let's get on with it. Manly, another great opportunity here.
Nullarbor. Cherry Evans sits it up for Lussick. And he can't get away from Pritchard, but the ball does. Back to Cherry Evans. Here's Nullarbor, centre field. Within 10 metres. Options both sides. Look at them fanned out. Cherry Evans to Glenn Stewart. Back at the angle. He feeds his brother Brett. Dummying, running. A tip-on from Cherry Evans goes to ground. Burer is back there. And Jonathan Wright takes him towards the sideline. And in an act of desperation, Jamie Burer tosses it into touch.
Yeah, they lost their way there, Manly. They lost their way. Ball was on the ground. Burer doing his best to get there. And the Bulldogs' defence pushed forward. They were able to throw him over the sideline. Big contingent of Bulldogs fans here tonight. A good crowd in the opening game of the finals.
Barber to James Graham. Driven backwards. Payne takes the tackle from Watmough and Ballon. Stagg out of acting half. Nullarbor and Ballon again. Cassiano. Right on halfway. Reynolds. The offload to Grass, and Stagg just had to dive on it. He passes to Keating. And now Inu. The last. Perrott. And Keating kicks towards the north-eastern corner. Straight to Brett Stewart. And you can't get away from Jackson.
Positionally, he's a great fullback, isn't he, Brett Stewart? With the ball and without, great anticipation. With all the trouble he's had with his knees over the years, he doesn't seem to have lost any speed.
He must have gone to the same surgeon as Matt Ballon. There's another one. Ballon. Through Fawn and Williams straightens. Well tackled by Jackson and Graham. The kick from Cherry Evans to complete the set goes towards the sideline and finds it 15 metres out.
Yeah, that was a smart kick by Cherry Evans. Both teams could do with the rest, in particular Manly. They're starting to get on top in this game. They can walk to the scrum, get their breath back, and think about how they're going to defend this next set of 6.
Des Hasler and Jeff Tuvey, the coaches, they were teammates at Manly. And the Manly side that lost the 1995 grand final to the Bulldogs. The completion rates, both sides getting through 11 sets. Inu stopped by Matt High. Just over 2 minutes to play in the first half. The Eagles ahead by 4. And Williams slams Jackson on his back. Cassiano gives it to Keating, and Glenn Stewart was through quickly. Barber to Pritchard, who tries a fend and an offload all in one movement, and the ball is lost. Vare gets it, and there's a great chance for Manly late in this first half.
Great defence by Manly. Up and in and put the ball carriers under pressure.
Watmough gives it to Foran. Inu makes a one-on-one tackle, 30 metres out. Lussick. Tackled by Stagg and Cassiano. Forward, gives it to Stewart, but up quickly. Stewart is allowed to continue. He got away from Inu momentarily, and then the pass went straight to Sam Perrott. Now Graham.
Been a good game of football, hasn't it? Tough. End to end. Here come the Bulldogs. They'll continue to keep it alive.
Here's Keating. Stagg to Payne. Now Reynolds tries a midfield kick that sits up. Barber couldn't get high enough, and George Tafua comes away. Tafua running, pulled down from behind by Cassiano. What a big play from Sam.
Big play by the front rower, and Tafua's having an enormous impact, both on the wing and when he's filling in at fullback for Brett Stewart.
Nullavow plays it. Now it's with Cherry Evans. Across the face of Glenn Stewart to Jamie Buhrer. He goes to Vare, the kick in field, looking for four, and Sam Perrott has it. A half-time siren sounds in the background. And Tony Williams completes the final tackle of a fantastic first 40. End-to-end stuff, drama galore. Jeff Tuvey needs a drink, and so do we. After the first half of this one, it is the Sea Eagles 10 and the Bulldogs 6. We will break and come back with all the second half action on Fox Sports.
It's Holding Cup Finals time on Fox Sports. With every game in HD. The Holding Cup Final Series on Fox Sports.
Switch your car insurance and Amy Flexi premiums could save you an average of $357 off your new policy.
Romania. Timeless home of this thing, Dracula.
Hi!
Fast horses, fast horse cars, and a faster average internet speed than Australia.
Australia's internet sucks!
IONET's changing this by connecting Australia to the internet it deserves with the NBN. So, switch to a great value plan with the company that's #1 in customer service. It's a matter of national pride. Okay, that's enough.
Not only superheroes can change lives and help others, you can too as an elite personal trainer. At the Australian Institute of Personal Trainers, your success is our priority. You'll graduate as the personal trainer the industry prefers. With mentoring from real fitness professionals in real gyms at over 100 locations across Australia, you'll have access to one of the largest networks of fitness employers. Start a super career in fitness today and get up to 65% off. Call now or visit aipt.com.au.
We'll stand for our nation. We'll stand for you.
Witness the world's greatest players clash in the most epic Trans-Tasman venues.
Here's Nightingale! Morris for the corner!
Come together for your country. The Four Nations on sale now. Who do you stand for?
Be described as one of the most significant games of the season so far.
Monday morning, live in HD on Fox Sports.
Good evening, Los Angeles. I'm Megan Miles.
Tell us more about yourself.
I studied journalism. I am recently engaged. I'm a good girl.
Good girl. Gone bad.
The network is coming to see Megan today.
Try and call her?
Where am I?
See the movie Too Shameful for Australian Cinema.
Okay, I cannot let you in that car with...
I have the key.
Get your hands off the... Boop, boop. You can't block a boop, boop.
Walk of Shame. Rent it now in Foxtel store and box office.
The second half underway with Michael Ennis back on for the Bulldogs, but Jamie Lyon not expected back in this game with a calf problem. Remembering the winner here goes straight to week 3. The loser to play the winner of the Cowboys-Broncos final tomorrow. Corey Payne, 14 short of halfway. Cassiano, who had a big first half, pushes Ballon away. And James Graham takes the 5th tackle. Keating kicks. Will come down about 20 metres out. Brett Stewart always had its measure.
They've got some big men in their forward pack, haven't they, the Bulldogs? You look at Pritchard, but then you see Cassiano in the line. This is bigger than any other man on the field. And there's a loose carry.
It was Dean Vare losing his grip on the ball. And an opportunity early on for the Dogs to mount some pressure.
Getting between defenders and just losing the ball. Great opportunity for the Bulldogs straight after half-time. Both coaches would have spoken about the importance of controlling possession, controlling where they give the ball back to the opposition. You wouldn't be expecting that straight after half-time in your first set.
Inu, greeted by Matai and Foran. Now Ennis, that pain-killing injection having taken effect. And a rib complaint, we are informed. A long ball to Cassiano, and he can wind up from close range. Driven backwards eventually by the Stewart brothers, Watmo and Ballon. Ennis to Josh Reynolds, who gets away from Foran across field. He goes to Perrott, who keeps the feet moving. Sam Perrott almost got close enough to reach out. Ennis to Payne. Still going, Corey Payne fighting his way towards the in-goal. But Mullivar and Lussick said no. And the ball's been dropped by James Graham. He comes up full of frustration.
Yeah, great defence there by Manly. James Graham, an easy turnover. Josh Reynolds skipping across field, showing the ball, giving it to Perrott. Perrott bouncing out of a couple of tackles. Thought he was going to go across the line and score. And then James Graham, the ball out in front, just couldn't take it. And a let off for Manly. Watmo carrying the ball forward. He's been strong, Watmo, as has this man, Tony Williams.
In their last 3 second halves, Manly have been beaten 44-10. What sort of 40 minutes are they going to give us here in week 1 of the finals? Cherry Evans to Nullivar. They've been able to afford a slip-off in the second half by virtue of their great openings to games. Here's Glenn Stewart. Tackled awkwardly by Cassiano and Pritchard. Straight back to his feet. And this is the last. Cherry Evans. Barber has it. Oh, and runs into a solid shot from Vare.
Gee, that was a good shot from Vare. Joe Nullivar now leaving the field. Is he injured or just is that a replacement?
Well, the way he pulls up immediately over the sideline, it looks like an injury for Joe Nullivar. We'll watch him, remembering Jamie Lyon is already out of action. Graham plays it. Ennis comes to Corey Payne. He's proved stubborn early in this second half, Payne. This is the last. Keating stabs it towards the southeastern corner. Vare hurries back. Brett Stewart has it. The chase is a good one from Morris. But Stewart was quickly to ground, making sure he wasn't dragged back into the in goal. And now Matai can't get away from Graham. Tafua. Tackled by Jackson down low, Reynolds up high. They come the same way and lose the ball. It was Jason King putting it down, and James Graham unaware of the fact the ball has been dropped.
We don't need you here. We don't need you here. Jason, let him go now so we can stand up. Okay, Josh.
Anthony Watmough and Josh Reynolds have been having a verbal battle for most of this game. I'm sure it will continue until the 80th minute.
Great rivalry between these two clubs. And of course, that's been intensified since the defection of Manly's coach Des Hasler with the Bulldogs this year.
Keating, now Barber. He goes long to Jonathan Wright, who has to come back infield. Tackled by Bura and Watmough. Cassiano winds up again. Tackled by Watmough, Lussick and Ballon. Graham goes to Reynolds, now Barber. He has support, dummies, Jinks, stops. Goes to Inu, who contemplated a between the legs pass. Instead he goes back to Reynolds, who has a crack from close range. Tony Williams says no, assisted by Lussick. Ennis. 2 plays left. It's Reynolds going to Eastwood, now Keating, long. Here's a long ball from Pritchard out to Jonathan Wright, back to Barber. Looping around, it's Keating along the ground towards the end goal. Keating wins the race to his own kick. The Dogs will kick for the lead if this gets the green light.
Well, it was great defence by Manly. The Bulldogs were really challenging them to the left. And then they work the ball back to the middle. Keating just responds by putting it along the carpet. It's a race between Williams and Keating. Is there separation? No. Great individual effort by the young halfback, Chris Keating, under the post. And there's the decision.
They led 6-0 early after Jonathan Wright opened proceedings. It is 12-10 to the minor premiers. Chris Keating, what a play.
Well, it's good work by the Bulldogs. Look at them here, keeping the ball alive, moving it from side to side. There's Brett Stewart. He's caught out there on the wing. Keating gets the football, realises where Stewart is. No one in behind the line. And that's a great individual effort.
Here's James Graham. The Dogs are on an 8-game winning streak at ANZ Stadium. The longest streak ever at this ground. And in the second half, you can see how much time Manly has spent in their own half. In fact, in their own 20. Here's a let-off.
Drag it forward.
A knock on by Inu, who had a difficult ball, reached for it and dragged it forward.
It's so important in games of football not to make errors after points, and a couple of times tonight both teams have conceded cheap errors, easy turnovers, and they put themselves back under the pump. Jeff Tuvey not happy.
Whatever gives you that idea. Stewart to Foran. Now some room for Tafua, who rolls down the sideline and almost over the top of Reynolds. King to Watmo. Stops and comes back the other way. Is that a dance move? Watmo still going. The feet were moving every which way. The torso was on the spot. Ballon. Foran sends Williams back at the angle. Tackled by Graham and Ennis. Cherry Evans. A cutout ball to Glenn Stewart. He fed Buehrer. It was lost forward. And Eastwood comes away.
It's good work there by the Dogs. They pushed forward. I thought Buehrer may have been tackled without the ball, but it would have been just a good play from Josh Reynolds. And there's a forward pass. They can't get out of their own end. That's an error, and now a forward pass. A drop ball, sorry, from Inu, and now a forward pass from the Bulldogs. Back-to-back errors, putting themselves under pressure here.
Come on, just relax, all right? Just concentrate on your job. Let's go, boys.
Not for the first time tonight. Michael Ennis just told to relax by Ashley Klein.
Yeah, the completion rates of both sides. Not what you expect in a big game. Sure, both coaches would be unhappy with the completions, but we know that intensity rises this time of year. Speed of the line in defence is a lot quicker. You're under more pressure to make decisions. Foran off the scrum.
He hit a hole and almost came through. He copped enough of a check down low to bring him to his haunches. Williams. From a stop-start, he almost goes over the top of the Dogs, and he picks up an injury.
2 in a row, Benny. No, he wasn't holding. No, it's too slow, mate. There's a couple of ones before it, too.
So a penalty to Manly. Too slow, the ruling against Michael Ennis.
Yeah, they've picked up some injuries tonight, Manly, haven't they? Nullavout, Jamie Lyon. Big T-Rex looks to be struggling. Not quite sure what it is. Ooh.
Just a hyperextension of the left leg.
Control the ground, Greg. Control the ground.
Still assessing his condition. It looks like he's going to try and walk it out.
It's been a courageous performance by them so far. Kieran Foran finding touch. And here they come again. The defending premiers.
An update on Joe Nullavout. He has a shin complaint and is still being assessed. Jason King trying to fight to get his arms free for an offload. Eventually, he's backslammed. Ballon to Cherry Evans across field. Now to Stewart. It was well read by Josh Morris. Two quality players come together. Buehrer. Ballon to Foran. Here comes to Williams. Offload through Stewart to Matai. He can't quite pirouette away from Inu long enough to evade the other tacklers, Perrott and Reynolds. Tafua to Williams. This is the last for Manly. Foran to Cherry Evans along the ground towards the post. An ugly bounce for Ben Barber. That was brilliant. At speed, up towards the chest, rapidly, and he hangs on.
And you have to be careful with that situation against Barber because he can pick it up and go 100.
With the upright in the road as well. There were plenty of reasons for Ben Barber to fumble that one, but now it's Greg Eastwood fighting to get back to his feet.
Mick, you need to be quicker on the rucks. On the movement call. I really need it from you, okay? Thanks, mate.
He just lands awkwardly. I don't think there's anything wrong with that tackle.
Graham takes the third tackle, 16 metres out. Now Tolman, who had a barnstorming start to the game, he was involved in the first 5 tackles. An offload, a good offload over the head. It was Josh Jackson.
He's a good young player, Josh Jackson. He's one for the future.
Inu could take a few metres as a result. Now Keating kicks a torpedo punt upfield that bounces for Stewart to come to Dean Vara, and he accelerates into Ennis and Tolman. Now George Tafua, who averages more metres than any other Eagle this season. 135 per game. Watmo gives it to Morrow. Allen. This is the last for the Sea Eagles. Cherry Evans drives it long and low, straight to Sam Perrott. He links with Barber. Barber goes outside. There's some room here. The ball from Jonathan Wright to Morris, who's away again. Josh Morris inside to Ben Barber. It is payback time. Normally it's Barber to Morris. Morris says, here's one back. The Dogs extend their lead. Morris and Barber, a joy to watch in 2012.
And this is the reason why it's so important to get your kicks into space. The counter-attack is on from Perrott, moving across field, gives it to Barber, they create numbers. Right on to Morris. Great effort by Jason King to try and get across there. Good effort from Stewart to make the tackle on Morris, but Benny Barber, the Dally M medal winner, backing up, as he has done all season, to score the second 4-pointer of the second half to extend the Bulldogs' lead.
Inu with an important conversion attempt to bump Canterbury out by more than a converted try. This for their biggest lead of the game. Brisnan, as always, looks relaxed. This one will curl to the left. A converted try is the margin.
Well, it's another big challenge for Manly as they spread the ball here. Great work by both wingers and fullback and Josh Morris to get themselves back from that kick, get into formation to attack straight away. Having a big game, Josh Morris.
You notice that at the end, Ben Barber chased by Bailey Cherry Evans, 2 of the young stars, and a little poke of the tongue. Let's have a look at the changes left, and this is interesting given the troubles injury-wise Manly have had. They've got more changes left than the Dogs, 5-3. Almost 60 minutes gone. And an error here.
It's the third occasion now after points for the Dogs they've made an error.
It hasn't been their most disciplined performance by a long way.
No, he just loses that, Frank Pritchard. Oh, Manly good enough to take advantage of that mistake. In the first half, they responded when it was the Bulldogs in control of the match. Can they rise to the challenge again, the defending premiers?
Stewart goes to Foran, who ran into a shot from Josh Reynolds. Foran's head was rocked back. The 2-5-8s. And some more defence now from the Dogs. It was James Graham with strength on Morrow. Tolman and Ennis stop Watmo. Foran runs it again. It'll take more than one strong shot to scare Kieran Foran. Morrow gives it to Cherry Evans. Glenn Stewart. He can't get away from Tolman. And this is the last for Manly. Foran chips looking for Tafua. Tafua through. The bounce was away from Perrott, but also clear of George Tafua.
Yeah, an interesting one there for Tafua. He actually started to head in field. And the ball got past Perrott. If he had held his width, there may have been an opportunity there for Tafua. Not to be, though.
Tolman tackled by Morrow and King. Pritchard. Graham just short of halfway. And now Eastwood. Graham out the back to Keating. Pulled down by Glenn Stewart. Cherry Evans was there as well. This is the last. Reynolds will go high. Very high. Tafua waits, jumps, drops the ball backwards towards the in goal. And it's been ruled as a knock on. Don't the Dogs love that?
He's done that before.
Well, he had time there, George Tafua, and he's been great tonight. The hand goes up. Sorry, boys. Just... Oh, it's a knockback from Tafua. Knock on by Brett Stewart. It was a difficult take for Brett Stewart, but it's how they react now. They can't afford the Bulldogs to score in this set.
And Manly has been the best defensive side over the past month, the last 4 rounds of the Premiership. Here's a real test coming. They go the short side, and this is Inu. Trapped high by 4, and he gets the offload back to Reynolds. Ennis. This is Eastwood. Just a straight run. He takes 4 or 5 metres. Now Graham gives it to Keating. Is this the shift? Here's Barber! Ben Barber! Into the in goal! Their golden boy has another golden moment!
Well, I think there is an obstruction here. Someone was impeded in the defensive line for Manly. I didn't get a read on who it was, but I think it was Frank Pritchard came through. And he interfered with a man coming across in defence. And I think it might be Cherry Evans. You see there, Cherry Evans trying to get across, and Pritchard knocks him out of the road, and this will be a no try.
He didn't go through the defensive line. It wasn't done with incredible depth. I think you're spot on, Laurie Daly.
Well, he doesn't get the opportunity to make that tackle and close down the space. This is a no try, if I've ever seen one.
Steve Clark and Paul Mellor, the video referees. What have they come up with? No try, obstruction.
And that is the correct decision. He was denied an opportunity to make a tackle on Ben Barber. And as you said, Matty, he's in the line. He doesn't run through the line.
The referees have been in contact with the Dogs, saying what was required, what they're looking for, and that play did not tick the boxes. Now Jason King. Palin to Cherry Evans. So the difference stays at 6. Into the final 20 and another coming together behind play. This is the 4th time.
Jason, I need you to release each other. Kieran. Don't touch him. Walk away, Jason. Let's go. Anthony. Walk away. How many times? He's got to sit down, mate. Walk away, boys. Let's go.
It's 4 times, mate, you've called him out.
Got to tackle 2. I disagree. Boys, let's tackle 2 over here. Because it hasn't been 4 times.
Michael Ennis wants Anthony Watmough to have a breather. But while they've come together 4 times, physically there hasn't been a lot wrong. There's been no punches thrown. It's been a bit of push and shove, a lot of talking. Ford gives it to Williams. Now looping around, Brett Stewart. Inside, he was looking for Tafua. The ball went to ground and Sam Perrott picks it up. Here's Reynolds stealing a few metres down the short side, then threading the eye of a needle with the pass back towards centre field. And it's Perrott playing it. Eastwood. Tackled by Morrow. Keating to Pritchard. He offloads back to Keating. Now he heads towards Jonathan Wright, who twists away from Glenn Stewart. Still running backwards and forwards. And now the tackle comes from Watmough. Ennis dummies, runs, goes to Tolman. This is the last. A couple of metres short. Keating. Now to Barber, who chips in behind Varro. It was too heavy from the moment it left the boot.
Yeah, another great kick there by Benny Barber. Manly look to be on their heels here. They look to be on their heels. The Bulldogs are starting to take control of this game.
Bureau takes a tackle. Ballon comes through Foran and runs into Ennis, and now Reynolds comes in along with Jackson. Cut. Ballon runs, goes to Stewart, who goes to his brother Brett Stewart. Manly trailed 6-0 and fought back to find a half-time lead. Now Cherry Evans kicks. And Barber is on it. He goes to Jonathan Wright, who came through but lost his footing. Morris. "14 minutes left. And it's the Dogs by 6. Josh Reynolds playing it just beyond his 30. And this is James Graham, met quickly and strongly by Glenn Stewart. Graham didn't like it. And now Aiden Tolman. Ennis kicks in behind George Tafua. They want this to pull up, but it bounces on its end and over the dead ball line.
Yeah, too much on that, Mick Ennis. But Manly, they're trying to rise to the challenge which has been set by the Bulldogs. They're trying to lift the intensity in defence. Watmough was superb, as was Glenn Stewart. Getting off their line, making good contact. They've got to find something with the ball, though.
A couple of injured Eagles right there. Nullival not looking like he'll be back with a shin injury. Jamie Lyon out with a calf problem. Stewart Runs off 4 and tries to pass one-handed and loses the ball. Reynolds stops and takes tackle 0. A quick play to the ball, and they have some momentum. Finucane up the middle. Keating, now Pritchard, who run onto the ball. Tolman. Are the Dogs positioning themselves for a killer blow? Here's Ben Barber trying to take a point. Waved away.
Interesting decision there from Benny Barber. Still 12 minutes to go in this game. They believe 1 point is good enough for them to hang on. He had plenty of time, probably in the end too much time. And he missed it by a long way.
Rossick.
Well, we know the Bulldogs' intention now.
Get ahead by 7.
Got to find energy with the ball, Manly. They are struggling with their passing and movement, doing anything at speed.
Then Stewart goes over the top. Vara was looping around. It was a risky pass, just over the top of an outstretched Canterbury arm. Jerry Evans to Bureau. Still plenty of time for Manly. Over 11 minutes to play. 4 will kick. Perrott jumps and gets the ball. Sam Perrott. What a defensive play.
Well, it's so important you back through when the ball's in the air. If you're contesting it, to come down with it. That was an excellent take from Sam Perrott.
Well, Barber, Reynolds and Keating, 3 vital players for the Dogs, are all playing their first NRL Finals game, and haven't they been strong so far? Tries for Barber, Keating, Reynolds has been in everyone's face, and here's Pritchard.
It's been a great game. It's been a tough game of football.
A flat pass for Jackson. The Manly fans didn't like it, but we were right in line. It looked good. The kick comes through. Reynolds was there. He just had to take the ball. He knows how close that was.
Well, he nearly wrapped the game up there, Josh Reynolds. Pushing up on the inside, the kick back infield. Tafua was waiting for Brett Stewart to contest the ball. He had a good run at it. Manly, they haven't had any field position in the last 20 minutes. It's been all Canterbury.
And that would have given those 3 finals rookies, all of them, a try. Keating, Barber and Reynolds. Manly hanging on, down by 6. Foran got away from James Graham, but only for a moment. Cherry Evans across to Brent Kite. He finished flat-footed and had to try and fend away from the defenders. Foran, Brett Stewart goes long to Matai. Matai, infield to Fua, still going. And the ball's been left behind. Barber picks it up, and he's pulled down instantly by Brett Stewart.
Well, that could have been dangerous there for Manly if Barber had gotten away.
Barber's come out of that tackle with a limp. Perrott has it. Another to join Canterbury mid-season and taste defeat just once in his 9 matches.
A couple of handy pickups, Perrott and Inu. Both Kiwi representatives, test players.
And a couple of handy moves because their former clubs are no longer featuring in 2012.
Well, they have to be aware here, the 1-pointer in Manly.
Keating stabs at the ball and turns Vare around. He'll get it in his own in goal and get back into the field of play. He did well. And now Tafua trying to force his way through the defence. Kite. 3 tackles down, still to cross their 20. Cherry Evans on to Glenn Stewart. Tony Williams. He had Reynolds hanging on around his ankles and Tolman over the top. Cherry Evans kicks from inside the 40, but it hangs in the air for a long time, and Barber heads across field. Jonathan Wright to Josh Morris.
They do it so well, the Bulldogs. They get numbers back on 0 tackle from the kick, so they can go into counter-attack mode straight away. They really stretch and put your defence under pressure right from the get-go.
Aidan Tolman celebrating game 100. Will he be celebrating after 80 minutes? Pritchard pulled down by Bura and Cherry Evans. Finucane. Are they setting themselves to take a point? They come back, Reynolds runs it. He goes to Jackson. Jackson comes to Barber. He will kick a bomb. Stewart is there and down with it. Brett Stewart.
Leave the ball, Chris.
There were 3 Canterbury players around him, but Brett Stewart comes up with the big plays time and time again. Now Matai heads towards a hole.
Well, they're not going away, Manly. They're hanging on. There's time on the clock, Tafua. Good run.
He's been very good, George Tafua. Darcy Lussick to halfway with 3 plays left.
They'd love a penalty, Manly.
Up quickly, it was Reynolds on Foran. Pulled down around the legs. It was Aidan Tolman. What a game he's having defensively, Tolman. Williams will play it on the last. And Cherry Evans tries to get away from Ennis. He can't. The pass to Kite. Kite comes across to Ballon. Ballon runs it through Williams. Now Stewart joins in. Here's Matai. Dummying. Twisting. Steve Matai. So close. How good from Manly. They look shut down, 25 out, and finish 25 millimetres short.
Well, they keep fighting, Manly, and there was the opportunity for Matai to pass to Tafua. He would have had to have beaten Ben Barber to score, and you would have liked his chances to do that. Great scramble from the Bulldogs, but Manly not giving up just yet. 4.5 minutes on the clock remaining.
Tolman getting through 31 tackles, the highest in the Dogs lineup. Here he is with a carry. Met by Lussick and Kite. Now James Graham. The only man ahead of Tolman defensively on the field is Manly's Matt Ballon with 45. The Englishman's picked up a head knock.
There's Aidan Tolman, well-earned rests, getting through plenty of work.
Bring the ball over.
Just the elbow of Glenn Stewart as he tried to get his upper body around.
Not much in that, he's just trying to manoeuvre himself around to the front of the tackle.
Keating on the last, drives it long and it sits up for Brett Stewart. Time is ticking away into the final 5. What can Manly come up with?
And they're at the wrong end of the field. They need a Tony Williams or a Kieran Foran to do something special here.
They're trying to win 7 straight for the first time since 2008. They've won 7 of their past 9 away from Brookie. But time is against them, and Watmough takes a tackle. The 4th in this set. Kite leans into Ennis. Well, now Cherry Evans goes out on the fall. He was looking for a 40-20. But he puts Canterbury in the driver's seat now.
Yeah, he was going for a Cherry Evans. 3 minutes to go. He rolled the dice. Too much on it, and the Bulldogs 40 metres out from their try line. 2.5 minutes to play. Manly will need something special.
Indeed they do. Daly Cherry Evans with 4 40-20s so far this season. The only man ahead of him, Cooper Cronk, with 5. So he backed himself and didn't get it as he would have hoped. Cassiano still going. Sam Cassiano! He's a human steamroller. The Dogs are out of their seats. And now James Graham. Ennis to Reynolds. Over the head. Here's Barber. The feet are fast. Back in field, though, to Keating. Krisnan Inu didn't expect it. He runs. Inu. Now the field goal attempt. No. The ball for Jackson. Jackson to Barber. He kicks for himself straight to Matai. Matai's away. He loops around trying to link up. Tafua was waiting but couldn't position himself.
They got 1 set. They've got to go 70 metres. Lussick into the line. Gains 10.
That is the first tackle. Ballon for Glenn Stewart. What a way to open the 2012 final series. Forward to Williams. And a penalty to Manly with a minute to play. The Dogs reached in illegally. And Manly will throw everything at them. 3-0 for second half penalties. All to the defending premiers. Here's Kites bumping away from Ennis. 30 seconds left. Brett Stewart to Glenn Stewart. He offloads. The ball's been taken by Canterbury. Jonathan Wright scored the first try, and he comes up with a big play here.
Well, Pritchard is down on the ground. There was some confusion about whether the game was stopped or not. But the Bulldogs, in a tough game of football, have prevailed.
What a final. The minor premiers storming into week 3, 16-10.
This has been a production of Fox Sports in partnership with the National Rugby League.
We've all heard the legendary tales of the little guys taking down the big guys. David and Goliath. Jack and the Beanstalk. Zimbabwe against Australia.
51 years since they last beat Australia.
Oh, that was for real? Tuesday night, Giants beware. The little guys are out to write another fairy tale chapter when Sydney United take on Sydney FC. The FFA Cup live on Fox Sports.
Disney XD presents.
I remember what it was.